different from yesterday. These things are so small. Hi everyone, I am Sherrie. What you're getting ready to watch is my final vlog in a series of 3 TTC videos. This is my journey. If you are underage, before you watch this video, ask your parents first. If and when you're watching, if you have any questions, I will gladly answer them from my perspective in the comment section. But most importantly, I encourage you to talk to your healthcare provider about anything that you're experiencing personally with your body and your TTC journey. The purpose of me sharing is just to keep positivity and to be open and honest and transparent, because in me going through this journey and before even starting to conceive, I found that there was not very many African American or Black women talking about their journey to conceive. I do not feel that the woman's body is TMI. It's not TMI. It's not too much information. I do believe the woman's body in all its glory and everything that it's doing on the inside and out is beautiful. So I would love to answer your TTC questions. I am not an expert. This is solely my journey, and I encourage you to watch the other videos as well. I'm going to try this clear blue ovulation test with my first morning urine and to see if it's any different from yesterday. So I woke up this morning and I used my thermometer to take my temperature. So I'm curious about how tracking that basal body temperature goes. So I'm going to put this in for 15 seconds. I took the test, yesterday's test, apart, and I put it here, and I'm just going to track the readings, see how it goes. So yesterday when I did this one, I got the circle, which indicated a low fertility and a small chance of getting pregnant. And I feel like I wanted to do it again because the Flow app is telling me something different from the Ovia app. And being as though that I just took my birth control out, my Mirena, out on December 26th, I don't know my complete cycle because I literally haven't had a cycle in years. Although I was very, very celibate before marriage, I didn't want to get a period. So I asked my doctor if I could keep in the Mirena, although I was not sexually active, because I did not want to get a period. Thinking in retrospect of where I am now in my life and understanding the purpose of a cycle scientifically in the way God created it, I probably would not have done that because I was celibate. Celibate means just not sexually active. I decided that I wasn't going to until I met and married my husband, which we just celebrated our 4-year anniversary on January 17th. So I'm looking in hindsight, I don't think I would have kept in the Mirena, although I was celibate. I would have just continued to get my period and track my cycle, because now that I'm finally trying to conceive, I feel like I don't know what my body is doing. I always, like I said before, my mom taught us when we were younger, us girls, to track when we got our periods, or flow, as they say in the TTC community. But when you have an intrauterine device like a Mirena thing, you don't really, some women and I didn't get a period. But I always noticed that I would be spotting around a certain time of month, and I would have the symptoms as if I was going to get my period, but never actually get one. But now that I'm TTC, I feel like I wish I would have been able to track my period and my cycle better, because now I'm starting to, and I'm just trying to figure it out at 36 years old. So let's see. What? I got a happy face. I got a happy face. That means I'm ovulating.
I don't know what that is.
It's a good thing. If you want to have a baby, you need to ovulate.
Oh.
I'm doing a science experiment.
Is that your pee?
Yeah, it's my pee.
Ew.
I'm ovulating. Go tell Poppy I'm ovulating. Lonnie, tell Poppy I'm ovulating. Poppy. 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 So this was different from yesterday. Okay. So I used my first morning urine, as my daughter's saying it's gross. And I got a smiley face, splashing smiley face, which means that you have an increased chance of getting pregnant or ovulating or conceiving. So you just push this button to eject everything. So I have been doing these OPKs since cycle day 7, and today is finally my peak ovulation, and it would be so happen to be the day that I will not be seeing my husband. So I've been doing the Clear Blue OPKs, the ovulation predictor kit, and since cycle day 7, and I can't believe it. And I've been getting high fertility, I believe, for the last 3 days. I'll link the pictures here. And I've been waiting to see the peak ovulation, or the peak fertility, which is just this smiley face without it blinking. So this morning I do the OPK, and boom, there's my peak fertility. It says that, you know, this is my peak fertility period. So it just so happens that I have to travel out of town to take my daughter to a gymnastics meet in Maryland. But of course I am like a reproductive guru since I've been TTC, and I know that since we baby danced last night, that it will be okay if this is actually the day that you know, I ovulate. Which last night I started to feel like cramping on the left side, and I don't know why, but I just been feeling extremely nauseous, and I was really bloated. So I'm doing this video, and my husband just texted me and said, do I need to drive down to Maryland? He's so cute. When I first started doing the OPKs, I was like, I'm not going to go nuts. I'm not going to but like, honey, I'm ovulating today. I'm ovulating. But he kind of came in while I was doing the OPK and was like looking. And I didn't want him to be confused and think that I was doing a pregnancy test. So I told him what they were. So he's been looking at my little chart that I've been keeping. So when I got this one this morning, I showed him and I was like, honey, I'm at my high fertility. And he's like hashing all these plans for us to get together today before I leave. But we're just really excited, and I'm believing God that this is the cycle that I will conceive my babies, plural. I'm excited. It could be happening literally right now as I'm doing this video. I could be conceiving like literally right now. Like everything could be matching up and doing its scientific explosion that God created. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I'm such a brain nerd. If I'm like figuring out how the brain works, so only naturally like really delving into how conception works and how my body works is really fascinating to me. And I find that when a lot of women do these sort of videos, they are like, oh, TMI, here comes TMI. I really don't feel like the woman's body is TMI. You know, there's so many, I'm 36 years old, and there are so many things about my body and what's happening on the inside, and the cervical fluids, and what happens naturally during ovulation. You know, there's so many things that I just never even knew. Although I do have one other child, I never knew that all of this was taking place. So I feel like it's not TMI. You know, it's not TMI. Even the cervical, the fluids or the discharges that you experience during the month through your cycle. You know, growing up, you know, if I can be quite transparent, I would always think that something was wrong with me. Like, what are all these discharges? Why, you know, is one day my discharge clear, then it's like clumpy, and then it's like a brown tinge right before I see flow. I thought something was wrong with me. And I didn't grow up in the age, and I'm not dumb old, I'm 36, but the times have changed where when I was like 15, 16, 17, I couldn't just run to Google on my handheld device and figure out what was happening to my body. And honestly, no one ever taught me. So I really don't feel like some of these things are TMI. I feel like the more we express what's happening naturally to the female or woman body, the more understanding we will have, and hopefully the more respect we women and men will have for the beauty and the splendor of the female body, the female reproductive system, the female sex organs, the female processes that we're going through that no one even knows, that sometimes we don't even understand ourselves. So it's not TMI, ladies who are doing these vlogging videos. I really don't feel like it's TMI. It's not too much information. It's naturally how God designed our bodies to cooperate and handle themselves for a specific reason. So I literally have like 50 million juice bottles. These are glass ones. I'm looking for my water because I really don't know what this nausea is about. And I've been juicing for about 2 months now. And if you've been following my channel, you can understand why I've been juicing anti-inflammatory foods to essentially heal myself. And I have been feeling substantially better. I have been getting a lot of clear vaginal fluid, like a lot of it. So I figure, I know I ovulated already. And I'm like, wait, did I? Because the clear vaginal fluid may be a sign of being fertile. So I was like, I'm gonna try to take another ovulation test, and of course it came back that I'm not fertile. This is not my fertile window, which I really already knew. So we will see. And if you can't already tell, I'm mega tired. And I just want the bed today. I'm nauseous, tired, my stomach hurts. I'm extremely nauseous. So I've really been just like in it today. When I say in it, I mean like the whole TTC thing. just really wondering in this 2-week wait if I am really with child. That if implantation is going to occur, and just analyzing symptoms, and I don't want to get to a place of being obsessive over it. So I'm just like, God, I need you. Like, I need you in my head, like you telling me what to do, and you telling me what it is I feel, and you telling me just the promises that you have for me, and speaking to me about the manifestation of them. But my husband is funny, because like at the inkling of anything different, or me like saying, oh, I feel nauseous, he's like, are you pregnant? You know, he's like all into it now, and just like, are you pregnant? I'm like, no, I'm not pregnant. If I was pregnant, I would be bald, aka no hair, because that's what we promised. So no, I'm not pregnant yet. Well, when he said that, I wasn't, but I'm believing God that implantation is occurring right now. I'm gonna continue to do what I need to do for my body.